What's going on, guys? Matt from Vape. Today I got a badass RTA I'm really excited to show you guys, and this is the Vcmt by Vaperz Cloud. Man, this thing is so hot right now. It's sold out almost everywhere, and let me say, man, this thing is a beast, an absolute beast. This thing wicks up like a fucking Las Vegas hooker. No dry hits whatsoever. Pretty cool. So this comes in a 25mm version, which I have here, and also a 30mm version. Both have the velocity style deck. The 25mm version has 2.5mm post holes. A 30mm version has 3mm post holes with a bigger deck. And the juice capacity for the 25mm is 6 to 7 milliliters, and the 30mm is 10 to 11 milliliters. Okay, got all the numbers out of the way for the most part right now, but yeah. So I've been using this for about 2 weeks, and absolutely awesome. No problem building on it. Had no leaks. Nothing really has gone wrong with this, but yet all RTAs, tanks, sub-ohm tanks, they all have a few flaws, which we'll get into later on in the video. But yeah, so as you can see here, look at the size of the juice, the wicking channels on it, absolutely massive. Let's see if I can give you there you go, a little bit better view. Really massive juice flow holes, man. It has an adjustable juice flow ring that you have to adjust before you put your juice in, because you can't do it with the juice in it, because there's no way to. So you have to, while you're building it, anticipate what juice you're going to use. If you're going to use like a 60 blend or an 80 blend, I pretty much leave them wide open the entire time, and yet I have yet to have leaking. Okay, and I've used 60s, 70s, and 80s, no problem at all. So in this video, what I want to do is do a breakdown, talk about the pros and cons, what I liked about it. We'll go over price point and whatnot. So yeah, why don't we just get this breakdown done with, because I can't stand it. Let's break this bitch down. It's a dream, man. Alright, so this is the package it comes in. It says Vaperz Cloud. Nothing too special. Nice package though. It says it's a 25mm version right here, and also it would be checked if you got the 30mm version. Alright, so if you open her up, you got your tank. You have an extra piece of glass Pyrex tank. You have a stainless steel top cap with narrowed edges. It's really nice. I actually preferred this one, but I decided to try the Delrin today. You have a bunch of goodies in here: O-rings, grub screws, a little tiny Allen key, and a little spare screwdriver, and a couple of coils. Alright, just remember, don't lose this little Allen key, because it is a smaller one than most of the ones you might have. Alright, and then let's get to the tank. Alright, as you can see here, really nice looking tank. This Delrin top cap, adjustable airflow. On the bottom says, let's see if it says Vaperz Cloud serial number. It does have an adjustable 510, which you might need to use if you have certain mods have a recessed area for your 22mm RTAs and whatnot. You might have to adjust the pin. I've only had to do it with one of my mods. Alright, so let's take her apart. So I'll pull off the top cap. As you can see, you have some nice big top fill, which you can easily fit in any dropper in there, and you still have enough room for air to escape so you're not leaking e-juice all over the place. O-rings are nice. Pull off the chimney section. Actually, the whole entire section came off. So you have your chimney section right here. And another part of your chimney section. All the machining on this is absolutely beautiful. No problem whatsoever with anything. Glass pulls off nice. No chips in the glass. Then you got the deck. Alright, I have the coils already installed, and that's the coils that are in this right now are dual parallel 24 gauge 6 wrap. Okay, and then you also have your adjustable juice flow ring, which you have to remember to put this on before you wick it up. You can get it on, but a little bit more of a pain in the ass. Alright, and as you can see, the size of the juice flow. This is a 3mm right here, and you got your 3mm screwdriver, and it wiggles around. Alright. Okay, O-rings are really nice. As you can see, it's got some nice insulators inside of it. Okay. And like I showed you before, adjustable juice flow. So it's really nice. You got a ton of room. These are pretty good sized coils, and I have no problem not touching the wall of the chimney. Alright. So what I'm going to show you how to do is wick this up. Because with these big channels right here, you really got to pack it full of cotton. You got to pack it full of cotton really well. Right in here. So I already have the cotton. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put it on a 1 ohm reader and start showing you how to wick her up. Then what I do, I block the channels completely. As you can see right here, it's completely blocked. So what I do is I pull it in, get it ready, pull it in, just kind of pack it slowly in there. So that's pretty much how you want them in there. Alright, you want them all packed up, just like that, really packed with cotton. You want a ton of cotton in there. That's at least how I do it. So it's a nice amount of cotton right there. And you can play around with it a little bit better once you apply your juice. So what we'll do, I'll add a little bit of juice to it. Let's add a little bit of juice here. So you might get a little bit of juice going through the channels. That's okay. You can get a paper towel and clean that up later. Kind of just play with it a little bit more, get it more in there. Make sure you got little stragglers all over the coil. Grab the chimney top right here, press it on it very slightly, don't give it too much pressure. Screw it on. Move your adjustable juice flow ring to where you want it, as I want mine wide open right now. Okay, and you can see, and then kind of just press it down. And then I kind of just push in the cotton just a little bit if you got too much sticking out. Not too hard. So you want the juice channels to look like that. You know, you got cotton sticking out a little bit. That's fine. No problems. You're going to have a little bit of cotton poking out, you know. Wick her up. Working nice, no problems. And throw a little bit more juice in there just for the hell of it. Okay. And then you're going to throw your glass piece on. Alright, now you're going to throw your glass piece on. Throw your chimney top cap. You don't have to kill it either. And then just throw your juice in. As you can see. Let's see if I can get a little better. There you go. Show you the juice going in. Do about halfway, make sure she's not leaking. Then grab a piece of cotton. So I've got a little bit of juice into the juice flow area. Looks like I got no leaking. No leaking everywhere. Looks good. Needs to be wicked nice. Make sure you get some bubbles. We got some bubbles going on here, which is good. Alright guys, now we're back from the breakdown. Kind of had to chop and edit that whole thing because I'm having focus problems with my camera. It might get all screwy a few times when we're doing this last segment, but yeah. So, pros and cons. Pros, man. Thing's an absolutely dream to build on. It's a dream to vape. Great flavor. Wick's beautiful. Nice big juice flow channels. Adjustable juice flow control. Comes with 2 different top caps. It's just one of the best vapes I've had to date, and I wish that other companies would take note, because this, I hope other companies take note, because this thing, this is what everybody should be doing. This is the tank that I believe is going to be, you know, the 25 millimeters are going to be the new top thing, because you can build on them. You're not restricted as much as the 22 millimeter. Granted, you're not going to be able to put your giant fused Claptons in here unless you get the 30 millimeter, but it's still a lot more. It's pretty much got this. You can still put pretty much all your 3 millimeter coils in here. I put some pretty good sized Claptons in the other day, and I didn't touch the wall of the chimney. And it was a really good vape. I can bring this thing up all the way up to 80 watts, and they still don't get the dry hits, which is good. I got it at 65 watts now. No problem whatsoever. Like I said, we're having focusing issues. But yeah. So it's just an absolute dream to build on and everything else. It's definitely my most favorite RTA to date. So one con is definitely the top caps. They're really hard to remove. If the O-rings aren't saturated enough and they're dry, you're going to have a hell of a time, especially if you give that one extra overcrank. You're going to have a hell of a time doing it. But just don't give it that overcrank and you should have no problems. Another con would be the adjustable juice flow ring. You can't adjust it while there's juice in it. Like, you should be able to spin the tank, but yeah, I understand why they don't do that, because it is just another moving part, and it's a lot more cost for them to get a little bit more machining done, and it's just simple. This is very simple and great, and it's working great. So I guess they're just going to keep it like this. Who knows, maybe a later version they'll improve a few things. Some people were saying that their O-rings were leaking. I have yet to have any O-rings that were leaking. Everything's great. Tank is nicely on there. The glass doesn't spin. It works good. It works good in 60, 70, 80 VG. Have no problems with it. The 80 VG, you know, you could probably have, if you really packed the cotton in there and you pushed too hard and really cranked it in there, I guess you could have a hard time getting, you could probably get some dry hits, especially if you're cooler, you're in a cooler spot of your house, you're outside or something in winter, you're definitely going to have probably a hard time vaping it with 80 VG, but it all matters how you're wicking it. I prefer just using cotton balls. I don't use the cotton bacon. I don't use the thicker cottons because I think you'd have a more trouble time trying to get juice to the coils. With normal cotton balls, I've had no problems at all whatsoever. I have used cotton bacon in it once, and it did good. No dry hits, but I was using a 60 blend, so I can't really tell you if it was good with an 80 VG juice. But the juice I'm using right now is this Magnetics, and it's called Crystal Lattice. Excellent juice, and it's wicking great. That's shit, what is it? Dragon fruit and strawberry. Really light flavoring, but great. In this mod, I mean, this tank looks so good in all the mods that I have. It doesn't look too excessive. If you have the original TFV4 before they came out with the Mini, I have both, and the TFV4 is pretty much the same size. It's actually taller than this tank. You know, you're talking 0.5 millimeter difference. So if you like how that looks on a lot of your mods, this is going to be no problem with you at all. And with this RTA compared to 22 millimeter RTAs, it's just so much easier to build on because you have just that much more space. So price point for this is a little steeper than your average RTA, you know, like the Bellis. Aromarizer is usually around, you know, 45, 50 bucks. This goes for about 65. If you want the 30 millimeter, you're going to have $5 more than that, so it's going to be around 70. Your local vape shops, if they carry it, would probably be a little bit more expensive just because, you know, they're a vape shop. They need to boost up the price a little bit to stay open, which I understand. What else? Yeah. She's just absolutely great. My favorite tank to date, and she vapes like a dream, man. Always a nice wet vape for me. It's great, man. If you're a builder, this is going to be the RTA for you. If I broke this or something, would I go get another one? Hell yeah, man. I definitely would. Any day. I'm actually thinking about getting a 30 millimeter to see what I can build on it. And they also now have a black version, and that looks absolutely sweet. I saw one of the groups I'm on, Mum's Vape, that they showed the black. He has a black version, and he showed us what it looks like, and it's absolutely sweet. It's got blacked out glass, and it also comes with the normal clear glass, and it looks pretty sweet also, and I'm pretty sure they're the same price, 70 bucks. So that's awesome. You can pick this up at Eciggity, or you can get it off of Gritty City Vapes. I think that's the only place that had it at the time that I bought it 2 weeks ago, and they are still sold out almost everywhere. I have yet to find a place that, I was looking earlier today, and I have not found one place that is in stock with the 25 millimeter. I haven't checked the 30 millimeters, but more people are probably going to tend to go towards the 25 millimeter RTA. Yeah, but if you ain't got one, you're looking for something, this is probably going to be the one for you. It's definitely the best one I have used to date. Keep repeating myself, but yeah, and the camera's screwing up again. Vapor in the lens. So I don't know what that is. But guys, vape on, and hopefully I get to see some of you guys at Vape Northeast in Foxwood. I will be there. Alright guys, have a good one.